and thank you for joining us today.
I have really enjoyed being in LA. I was really surprised. I like to tell people that when I was moving from San Francisco to LA, I was like a cat that you're trying to put in the bathtub. Like, if you've ever tried to put a cat in the bathtub, then its arms are spread out like this and its legs, and you absolutely can't force it into that bathtub. And that's how I was, like, moving to LA. I was really resistant. And I've been surprised at how much I like it here. I think there's so many different types of LA, and nobody ever told me that before I moved down here, or at least I wasn't listening.
Well, coming from the Midwest, we all have some kind of crazy perceptions of Los Angeles, and LA proved itself different. I enjoy diversity in culture, diversity in food, and the arts, so every day I get to see and experience something different and new for me.
So what I like most about LA, although if you can get beyond the traffic and the crowds of people, I like the diversity it offers, and how within 10 minutes from my house I can get any type of food ever imaginable in the world. And I like that there's so much to do. There's museums, and there's the beach, and there's of course shopping and all those things.
You can meet all kinds of friends here, from all over the world actually, and also you can eat a lot of different food here, especially for me, I come from China, so I really love the Chinatown here.
I really like studying transportation. I think it explains a lot, and I think that it relates to every aspect of urban planning that we talk about. I don't think you can talk about the environment without recognizing the effects of transportation. I don't think you can talk about housing or employment unless you think about how people are going to get around. And I've been able to really bore people by talking about transportation, and I think that just shows how much I love it.
When I tell people that I study transportation planning, the reaction is almost always, wow, that's really interesting. What is it that you do in transportation planning? So there's this concept that transportation is very important and very interesting. And it's so funny because everyone's an expert. Everybody uses the transportation system every day and has a really clear idea that there's something wrong with it. It doesn't work as well as they want it to. It's usually a really neat opportunity to share what I've learned here with people. They say, we need a double deck on the 101. And I get to introduce them to the concept that you can't build your way out of congestion. Or, why don't we have a subway down Wilshire? And I can tell them all kinds of stuff about the political economy of the Los Angeles basin.
Yeah, I'm actually regional and international development, which here in the program, as you know, is mostly, I think it's the one that really kind of gives you the best theoretical grounding, between Ed Soja and Getz for sure, and Steve Cummins, and actually I would include Alan Scott, even though he's from policy. You really get this great kind of theoretical picture of both the history of planning and where it's going, possibilities, new ideas that can help transform places and regions. Planning in Los Angeles is really, in a way, perfect because there's so many opportunities here. There are enough problems to fix that it gives you lots of work, but there's enough great stuff that's here also that it can continue to inspire you. It's not going to bog you down and depress you.
I had no idea what to expect. I came here looking to study transnationalism with Raul, and easily got sucked into all different other types of studies. And I think the professors are really good at convincing students to look at issues other than what they originally had come here for.
One of the things that I remember thinking during the first weeks of school was just being really impressed with what everybody had done, hearing other people's accomplishments and the places they'd been and the work they'd done. I think it's a pretty amazing group of people.
Well, what I like about our classmates is that we are so diverse. And so this class of 2004 alone, it represents a mini LA in a sense. everybody's so bright, everybody's so ambitious, so smart, so humorous, so fun to hang out with, and everybody has this little hidden talents. So the closer it gets to graduation, the more I regret not getting to know them more and better. You know, here you have learned a lot of things. I mean, besides design, besides planning, you have learned, you know, the law class, the the economy class, and also like math class, everything. So actually, it's a really broad field that you can touch.
But on the other hand, while LA is diverse as a quote-unquote laboratory for our learning, and while our class is fairly diverse, I don't think it's nearly diverse enough to really reflect the kind of experiences that we'll be facing when we're actually playing in Los Angeles.
Yeah, there's lots of little things that have really kind of frustrated me, especially the Citrix system, computer system here.
This world is changing, and the globalization has affected every aspect of our lives, and I am more than happy to contribute my expertise, my knowledge in this area so that our lives could be much better.
Coming from a background with a limited amount of diversity, I guess, I learned a lot about what it means to be white and what it means to be from the suburbs in the Midwest, like what that means both to me and to other people that I meet, which I think is probably one of the most important things I'll learn ever.
One thing I learned was that park benches are really important for some strange reason. Mm-hmm. Another thing that I learned was that there's always a cost of parking. I learned that we need to be masters of census data domains, and that geocoded census data is, of course, much better. I have a quote from Paul Long, who said, "I've never seen a data set I haven't liked."
I think that I most learned about myself that I could handle it. A, that I didn't need anybody to help me, and B, I needed people to help me. And it was okay to ask for help when you really needed help. And that actually, I learned to be more relaxed about things because there was just so much to do that you can't even concentrate on the nitpicky kind of mundane things that you normally would. I think what I've learned from this program and just being in Don Shoup's class, I will never really look at a parking meter the same again. And I'm sure a lot of people can say that at the end of this, at the end of their program here.
I was saying that, this year's class will just work too hard. It didn't party enough. And that's the only thing I complain I have about this year's class, because I thought they were fantastic, great students. I thought they really got along well, worked together perfectly. But when did they party? I heard them talk about it, about the work they're doing, papers they were writing. What's going on here? Come on, guys, lighten up.
Okay, so this is the Urban Planning Party. It's on a Thursday night. We just had another party last Thursday, and we're going to go on and on every Thursday until we all graduate.
The AICP award recognizes both past achievement and future promise as a professional planner. There's no student I admire and respect more than Tom Nelson, and I'm happy to offer you this award.
Kak has worked in the Japanese American community as a service provider and as an activist, in a sense fulfilling really the principles of what urban planning is all about, that is professionalism and bringing skills to community issues. Congratulations. Eric has done a number of kinds of activities working on behalf of community issues, ranging from working with the Community Scholars Program, working on behalf of labor unions with regard to the construction industry, and is currently designing a database for the Esperanza community housing. Good work. Congratulations, Eric.
All right, Eric.
Judith had some wonderful shoes to fill thanks to Vanessa's excellent work. But we have to say from the bottom of our hearts, if it wasn't for Judith, both in her commitment to us as students and to literally push the administrative bureaucracy forward, we would be graduating on time.
And so we actually have two things that we want to do. First of all, we decided we raised $2,004 for the 2004. Contributed personally to help round it out, so no coincidence. And so first we'd like to present a check to the department.
Wave to the camera. Wasn't anyone waving? Move! You don't have to stay still. Hey. Something that promised. Want to wave?
LA grows on you like a fungus. I used to have a bumper sticker on my car that said "Abolish Southern California," but I have to say it grows on you. And
I only ended up in LA as a mistake, but it turned out to be a pretty good mistake. Yeah, that's it. LA still sucks. Really? And San Francisco is still the best.
I think the thing that I like best about LA is how diverse it is and how many little places there are that you never know until you live here, and all the little hidden corners and places. That's been the most fun part about living here so far, and I still have a lot to explore. So.
I'm excited. I'm ready. I don't know if my hood's on right.
Yeah, it looks very well on you.
Me?
Yeah, so.
Glad it's done. I just want to relax and go, maybe go to Mexico, visit Rory.
Oh,
try to find a job.
Find a job?
Find a job and find a job that fulfills some of your expectations. Any job.
Make a lot of money.
What's that?
Make a lot of money.
Make a lot of money, yeah?
You know, it's weird. It just went by so fast.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing. I was born a Laker fan.
Yeah?
I guess I'll die one.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, you probably will. Congratulations to you all.
What's going to be Tucker's pastime now that you're not coming to, he's not coming to attend classes anymore? What's he going to do?
You know, he's retired. You know, he's retiring.
He's retiring?
He's just eating sleep now, you know. He's 11, 12 years old.
Okay, here's Pooja, our long-lost friend. She didn't like it here in LA.
She went far away and left us all alone.
I know.
loved it here. It was great.
So excited to be here. It's a long time coming. 2 years and we're finally here. Woo!
All right.
I'm going to miss that great computer lab.
Oh, yeah. Citrix, isn't that the best system? Citrix.
Citrix, so fast.
I know. I can't think of my life without Citrix.
We're always so helpful and friendly.
It's been great, and Urban Planning rocks.
Urban Planning rocks, okay.
I think you should get back to me after the ceremony. Smile, baby. I see you back there. Please smile, baby.
example of a student who lets her accomplishments do all the speaking. At UCLA, Amy has maintained a perfect GPA. Her master project was for the International Longshore and Warehouse Union and focused on the shift of container unloading to consolidated freight stations.
Let's be honest. Most of you are probably wondering, so what exactly is urban planning anyway? Right? I could give a nice little public service announcement and provide a useful definition to help many of our loved ones out there in the audience who have supported us throughout these 2 years, in spite of the fact that it's never really been clear what urban planning is. You've smiled politely with glazed looks in your eyes, wondering what it is we do, waiting patiently for a clear answer. And now, 2 years later, here you are, still supporting us, still smiling nicely, and still waiting for your answer. One of the most valuable lessons we've learned in urban planning is that there are no easy answers. My colleagues care deeply about issues ranging from job creation to transportation to housing. We study and work on these issues from the international to the community level, and we work with organizations that implement a range of strategies and that run the gamut from labor unions to government to international organizations. But what cuts across this wide range of issues and strategies is a passion for and commitment to change and to justice. This is what characterizes the rich history of our urban planning department at UCLA. So in closing, you may not have gotten the precise definition of urban planning you were hoping for, but we do hope that you now have a better sense of who we are, what issues we care about, and how we approach our work. Because ultimately, this is what urban planning is and what we're celebrating today. Thank you.
betterment of mankind through social action.
Congratulations, and what an amazing gift to the department, coming up with the fellowship and selling the t-shirts. That is, we're so impressed. Such a gift to the people behind you. Thank you so much.
Well, I salute all the graduating class. This was a wonderful evening, and I hope we'll see you again in very near future.
So that goes to you guys, fantastic group of students, and we will miss you.
Well, I'm gonna miss seeing, everyone and talking about urban planning topics and being excited about talking about TODs and people knowing what TODs are. I mean, you really get a lot from, I've gotten a lot of friendships from this program, and that's something you can't just get walking down the street. People of like mind and like thoughts, and I think that's really something great you can say that this program did.
I wish best of luck to all my fellow graduates, and thank you for doing this video, Lily. Okay.
I had a good time with everyone. And hopefully I get to have more good times with everyone.